What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and today we're going to talk about self-defense and home defense. Now, people went off on me, basically. We're hating, saying this is bad, I shouldn't have this, it's slow, and so on. And we are talking about home defense. How do I get to my home defense firearm? Guys, I have two young children, 4 and 2. They're the light of my life, the most beautiful kids in the world. And I have a third on the way who's going to be a baby girl. Now, my number one reason, other than being a hobby for firearms, is to keep my children safe. It's that simple. It's to protect my children, my wife, and myself, and to always make it home to my kids at night. I do not want to be the cause of someone getting hurt because I'm being stupid and careless. That is why I use simple stuff like this, and you can see the wear and tear on it. Now, you may say it's slow, which it is a little slow, right? That wasn't the fastest thing in the world. Also, there's a code, and then also I have a little tag that's faster. So basically, you have this little tag that sits on your keychain, and you go boop, and it opens. Anyways, and this is my home defense setup. 17 round mag, my Glock 26, 4-inch threaded barrel, Streamlight TLR6, and then I always keep a backup 17 round mag. And these magazines have been perfect in this firearm, and I love the setup. Now, what I say to those people is you should always have other plans. For instance, you should have a dog that barks and lets you know that someone's breaking in. Your dog loves you and will protect you as well. He will let you know that people are coming. Also, ring doorbells, security cameras, alarm systems, even glass breakers. Glass breakers is a big thing in this household that I like just simply because of how my house is laid out. You need them. On top of that, you need to have a plan. For instance, if this thing was failing for some reason, which people are going to say, oh, it's electronic, it could fail. That's true. This thing actually plugs into a charger right next to my bed, so I never have to worry about that. But you might say, oh, it might fail. Worst case scenario, in another 5 seconds, I'll get to my other backup home defense. It'll take all of 5 seconds to get to that, another second to open that one. So I have a system pretty down. But the number one reason I use this is I have kids. You guys should be doing the same thing as well. The last thing you want is the reason that you live, your children, your family, getting hurt because you're being careless with your firearms. That's why I have no problem waiting this extra second. That's not that big of a deal to me, as long as my kids are safe. Like I said, if someone's breaking into my house, it's going to take more than a second. Also, I will know that they're there. Cameras, all that, you will know. You will be warned as long as you have other safety measures. On top of that, a lot of those safety measures repel people from breaking in. A lot of burglars are scared of big dogs. Also, if an alarm sounds, so on. So you should have other safety measures at your house other than just a firearm. That is why I don't see anything wrong with this safe. Like I said, if this fails, I can go to my next safe. If that fails, then I can go to the big safe. And the big safe will take me all of 3 seconds to open, where I have access to all my firearms, a bunch of them loaded. But at the same time, what's most important is my children are still safe and don't have access to my firearms. Then people go, well, what do you do with your everyday carry firearm? Do you constantly have to rechamber around? And I go, no. When I get home, I take that firearm and I put it in the safe, and I take my home defense and put it in my holster. And it doesn't have a round in the chamber. In a home defense scenario, you should have a lot more time than a self-defense encounter outside your house to get a round in the chamber. Outside my house, it's always a round in the chamber. And I don't want to spend the money and risk a bullet setback and something happening to me by continuously racking a new round every single day. That doesn't make sense. So literally, I get home, I swap them out. Also, another big thing. So we were talking in the chat or the comment section the other day. I was talking to a couple people, and we were having this discussion about bringing firearms with you out. When I leave my house, I bring my FN 503 for work. So when I leave at 3 a.m. in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, I have my FN 503. I have an appendix holster, and then from Vetter, which is a great company, great holsters, and then I have a pocket holster. I throw it in my pocket holster once I get out of the car. So in my car, I ride with an appendix, have it accessible. I also carry 3 magazines, not on me all day. When I'm carrying all day, I carry it with a 6-round flush mag, so 6+1 round in the chamber, and then an 8-round is backup in my pocket or in my magazine carrier. It tends to be more comfortable in the pocket just because of what I do for a living. But the point of this is I don't bring an extra firearm with me. I don't bring an extra firearm and leave it in my car, and I'll tell you why. Since I've started this channel, I've had about 6 or 7 people tell me that someone stole a firearm out of their car. Now, is that on them? I would say no, because they are not the thieves. They are not the person breaking the law, committing crimes, and taking other people's stuff that they work really hard for. So that isn't on them. It's on these thieves. But at the same time, you want to be responsible with firearms, because the second a thief gets their hand on your firearm and it's used in something, they're going to use it against you. They will say you are bad. Firearms should be illegal. He got it from stealing it from an unresponsible gun owner, and so on, or irresponsible gun owner. So that is why I don't carry another firearm with me. People have truck guns and stuff like that, but that's how they get stolen. You could say, oh, I don't live in a bad area. Guys, I'm telling you, this stuff happens when you least expect it to, in the areas where you would least expect it to. I leave the house with one firearm, or if I'm carrying two, it's not at work, it's on the weekend or something like that, where I'm going to a certain area where I feel the need to have a backup. That's when I'll throw my FN 503 or my Glock 43 or even my Glock 26 in my pocket, and I'll have something else ready to go, appendix with a backup mag. You might call it overkill. I call it being prepared. For instance, we took my kids to a winter carnival thing in downtown, which isn't the greatest area. So I had my Glock 26 on my hip, on an outside the waistband holster, but tucked under my coat, and then I had the Shield Plus right in my appendix area. And I had backup mags for both, just because of where I was going. It's that simple. You gotta plan for your day. You got to plan for your activities, and you need to make sure you're prepared, but you also want to make sure you're comfortable and that what you're carrying makes sense. That is why I don't leave a firearm in my car ever. That is the quickest way for someone who's going to commit a crime with your firearm to make us look bad. And like I said, I've had a good amount of people tell me that people have stolen firearms out of their cars since I've started this channel. And I can't do anything but feel bad, because that's a terrible thing. They didn't deserve it. That is why I make sure that I always just bring one firearm with me. And you might say, oh, an FN 503, no firepower, not enough rounds, no capacity. Why would you have that when they make the SIG P365, the Hellcat, blah, blah, blah? And I get why you say that. But like I said, it's reliable. I know it's going to go bang. Like I said, 8+1 is fine, especially with a backup mag. With all my training and training with that firearm, I should be able to get out of that situation untouched, make it home to my kids at night. And I pray that never happens. But I just try to give advice, because here's the thing. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the news, but a lot of anti-firearm stuff has been going down. A lot of anti-2A stuff has been going down lately. It's been passing. It's been voted on and being passed. It's sad. And I'm not just talking countrywide. I'm talking in states and so on. And even Republicans have been caught voting for it. So we got to be smart and we got to be safe. Those two things are number one priority. Like I said, that's why I have no problem putting my firearms in a safe for home defense. And like I said, carry one firearm. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate you guys. I hope you all have a good Christmas, but I'll talk to you before then. Thanks for watching.